Welcome back to the show. This is Miss Poopee Doodee once again reporting for Channel 606 Eyewitness News, and we're continuing our talk TV, show that's kind of like a talk radio show, but not really. And I, Miss Poopee Doodee, I'm just going to talk and talk and talk. Because it's really nice to just talk and talk and talk. I mean, you don't know the beauty in talking. Talking is a lot of fun. Just like going out for walks. Do you know walking could be fun? Well, I mean, that all depends what area you live in. I mean, if you live in a bad area, you wouldn't want to go out for a walk. You're going to have to just stay home forever. If you live in an okay area or a nice area, you can actually walk around. So some of you out there watching this show in Queens probably know what I'm talking about, and in Brooklyn, I hope you guys know what I'm talking about unless you're living in denial, and it's not just a river in Egypt. And all of you out there living in Manhattan, well, I don't even know what Manhattan people do. But anyway, well, why do I always keep bashing all these boroughs? Boroughs. Well, anyway. So, one of the things I really wanted to address today is things that are unfair, And you know what unfair means? Losing your umbrella on the day it's raining. That's kind of unfair. I know it's irrelevant, but it's unfair. And, another thing that's kind of, well, I don't know if it's unfair, but sometimes I, Miss Poopee Doodee, just have to wonder, am I the only one on public access TV who's actually working? I mean, could it be that perhaps everybody else who has a show on public access doesn't work? I mean, I sometimes wonder, which means my taxes are really going to go to their unemployment. I mean, it's fine. If you don't want to work, it's fine. But it was just something that I noticed. I began to wonder, could it be that everybody who's got a show on public access is currently or is permanently unemployed? Interesting, isn't it? It's definitely a point to ponder, because it sure makes me wonder. Anyway, another unfair thing is the fact that there is a lot of censorship going on, and I'm not talking about just cursing. I mean my right to talk! Okay, I ask you, what was more interesting, me not talking versus me talking? So if those of you like the fact that I'm not talking, feel free to leave your comments in the guest book and indicate that on this Talk TV show, you enjoyed the moments when I, Miss Poopee Doodee, was not talking. And for those of you who enjoyed the parts where I was talking, then you go to the guest book at MissDivine.net and you sign it and say, well, you know what, I enjoyed the parts where Miss Poopee Doodee was talking. Now, those of you who enjoyed both of it, where I, Miss Poopee Doodee, was not talking and where I was talking, you could also like that as a comment. I mean, you could say something like, hello there, I'm a viewer, of the show. I've been watching it a while in Queens or Brooklyn or Manhattan or wherever you are watching it or on the web. And I wanted to say that I enjoyed both segments of the show. The talking episode, the talking portion as well as the non-talking portion. So, you can leave a comment like that. And those of you who just didn't like the show at all, you can also, comment like, hello there, I didn't like the show, I don't understand what you're doing, and I don't think I like you, and I want you to stop the show, and don't stop the show, because I don't like it, and I don't want to watch it. So, you can leave a comment like that, it would be well received, because you do know this show is based on public support. So it's only on because the public supports it. So if you as the public decide that, well, you know what, I don't like the show, you can actually write in the guest book and just say, take the show off the air, I don't want to watch it, and you can do that too. It is a free country, of course you can do that. Were you scared of actually expressing how much you disliked it? And of those of you who actually like it, you could just simply say, I like it. In fact, sitting right there right now on your sofa, you could just say, I like the show. Or you could actually make a comment, or you could just tune in, and that is enough evidence I mean, that's enough. That's enough support. That's fine. It's fine. So that's, yeah, so we've covered guest book commentary. It's always very interesting. Now, as you all know, that this show, one of the reasons it's on is actually because I get paid to have this show. I hope you know that. I get paid to submit a show every week. I know. How did I get this deal? Well, it just happens. I get paid by a lot of people. I get paid by the mayor to run the show. It's all part of this whole public access thing. The mayor has decided to pay me. And after all, he could very well afford it. We all know what he makes. You know, I mean, what he's paying me is nothing compared to what he's doing in his private life, you know what I mean? So he's paying he's giving a lot of money for the show, so that's one of the reasons why the show is on, and that's how I make money. So even if you hate the show, I still get paid. Which is one of the beauties in having a wonderful mayor paying for your show. I mean, who would have thought the mayor of New York was going to pay for the show? I mean, who would have thought, you know? But you have to sometimes think of it like this. You see, there's so much money, you know, some people have so much money. And after a while, the money is kind of like, it's like paper, you know? And what do you do with paper? It just becomes redundant. It's the newspaper, oh no, it's money. Is it a notepad? Oh no, it's money, but it's paper. And then the notepad is made of paper, and then the money is made of paper, and then you've got all this paper lying around in your house, and the best way to get rid of your paper is to recycle it. So that's why the mayor has decided to give me his paper, which in this case constitutes money. So, yeah, I know. You know, it's so funny how some people just think only in dollar signs. You know, there should just be, you know, when you draw a face, instead of drawing circles for the eyes, you should just draw dollar signs. That's it, you know. So some people only base their whole life on dollar signs, you know. I base my whole life in I like cheese. You know, it would be really sad if somebody like, you know, I'm a Poopee Doodee, woke up in the morning and cheese no longer existed. Cheese was like a high demand item. It'll be kind of sad. Yeah. So some people like money, some people like cheese. I know it's cheesy, it's corny. Some people like coin too. And let's see, now what else was I supposed to do in the show? Now, I keep feeling I'm forgetting to say something, and I hope I've said everything I could possibly say. I really hope it's making sense, you know. You know, this talk TV radio thing, it's just, well, it's really stressful. You know, if only I could get some live calls in, you know, it might pick things up a bit, you know, or maybe not. I mean, I wouldn't want all these dumbasses calling and talking. Because it's nothing like wasting your entire show and hearing some dumbass talk to you for like 20 minutes. That's why you gotta cut them off real fast, you know what I mean? That's how the show gets interesting. See, because some callers are not as interesting as others, so you have to cut them off. You get points taken away from the higher-ups when they see you doing that. Anyway, so, today, let's see, what else are we going to talk about today? Today, yesterday, tomorrow, the present, the future, the past. God, those bills you have to pay. You know, God, you know, life, like, what is life? Why are we paying so much bills? You know, why are we paying so much taxes? You know, why does half the salary go to tax? Is it for the other half? So, you know, you know, that means half the salary is going to tax. Somebody else is walking around, you know, the city enjoying half my salary. That just does not sound right. Sounds unfair. Today's public service announcement has got to be, try not to work. You know, trying to see if you could make maximum money with less work, because you're gonna get ripped off. You're still getting ripped off even though you're doing less work. But just don't kill yourself working. It's not worth it. It really isn't. I mean, you take out a pen and a paper and calculate how much money you pay for tax, how much hours you work, how much money you get, how much money is left over, how long you're going to have to work, how long do you have until you're going to retire. then think about the benefits of being unemployed versus the benefits of being employed. I mean, sometimes it's just a psychological thing, you know. It means, oh, I must work. But no, you don't. It's all about paying the bills. So if you can, or if you could somehow, you know, not have to pay your bill because you just decided to just not pay it. You can do that too. It's interesting, you know, the bills come and you're just like, well, I'm not going to pay it. I mean, what would happen in this world? I mean, would there be like the bill police? Will they come knocking on your doors and kill you? Is that what society is going to, you know, amount to? Is that what's going to happen? We're going to have to be responsible to the bill police. Then there's always a thought police. Oh my god, and then there's a recycling police. There's so much police. But where's the police for the crime? Well, you know, I mean, I gotta tell you, you know, this whole Talk TV show thing is actually, I like it. I mean, the nice thing about my Talk TV show is I can talk. And you know what? I don't even have to edit that much, which is great! And to top it off, I have a show, and now the mayor can pay me because I submitted a show. Because you all do know, you know, that's why I, you know, have a show, and then I could play the show back. Then I could watch it back on TV, and I could notice, hey, my eyebrows look kind of nice today. Yes, I know that some of you were probably noticing that my eyebrows are kind of nice. Yes, they are nice, aren't they? That was the beauty portion of the TV show, of the Talk TV show, in case you were wondering. You know, I'm just, you know, I wonder if I'm at a loss of words, if I'm just repeating words and sentences and making tons of grammatical errors as I speak. I mean, you know, I wonder. But then again, you know, where do you think I got educated, you know? No, that doesn't make any sense. Where do I think I got educated? I educated myself. But, so just, the problem with, no, I didn't mean to say that. Just take it away. No. Okay, the problem with Talk TV is that once you say something, you can't take it away. It's just there. So I made a mistake. That's not what I meant to say. Okay? You're gonna have to pretend you didn't hear it. And if you went to the bathroom and came back right now and you didn't know what just happened, oh, thank heavens for that. What a relief! So now, I'm Miss Poopee Doodee. I wonder if I should conclude my Talk TV show by telling all the listeners and viewers out there, thank you very much for watching this episode of Talk TV. Though, if I'm talking on TV, you ever seen those music stations on television, like the 600 somethings, and all it shows is picture after picture, and then there's songs playing in the background? I mean, I want to watch TV. I don't want to see pictures and pictures, so that's not, I don't know why that's on TV. Like, when I want to watch TV, I want to see moving images, not pictures, and then a picture and some music. That's what the radio is for. Well, actually, this could be, this is different. Because you see, if this was not a Talk TV show and I was on the radio, no one would know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about my eyebrows. See, it would make no sense at all. So today I shall conclude my TV show by telling all of you to stay tuned next week and the week after for more Talk TV shows. And to just stay tuned in general, because it's very important to tune in, you know. Sketch film is also underway. It's being edited. And once again, I'm Miss Poopee Doodee. I'm going to conclude today's show by telling all of you that you too can just talk. Enjoy talking. Even if you live alone and you're all by yourself, and you know, people say, why don't you talk to people? You're like, I don't want to talk to people. You know, and you're walking around, hey, learn to talk. Doesn't matter, talk to your walls, talk to your TV, Talk to your cushions, talk to your radiator, talk to the table, talk to anything. So that's today's public service announcement, is for all of you to practice talking, and not talking to talk, about regular things, but to be talking about anything, just any random thought that continually enters your brain, round and round like that. So remember, that's today's public service announcement, is to continue talking. So once again, this is Miss Poopee Doodee, world's most determined reporter, reporting for channel 666 Eyewitness News, and join us again next time for Talk TV shows. Airing soon. Eventually. Well, very soon.